All right, thanks for coming, Patrick. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Patrick Hare. I'm running for seat number 151. I'm the product of public schools, the son of a union machinist, the first member of my family to graduate from college, and I am a public defender. I'm running for judge for many of the same reasons that led me to become a public defender over 30 years ago, and that is my heartfelt conviction that justice matters. And when I say justice matters, I don't mean the failed policies that have resulted in the mass incarceration of the poor and people of color with no significant reduction in crime. When I say justice matters, I mean the type of justice that restores our communities to wholeness. For victims of crime, absolutely, but also for those accused of crimes, focusing on treatment over incarceration. I believe we need judges with one foot firmly planted in the courtroom and the other foot planted in the community. I have both. I've tried over 100 cases, civil as well as criminal, including dependency, conservatorships, and special circumstance murder cases. I've worked in courts all over this county, and I've come to the firm conviction that justice in Inglewood shouldn't look different than justice in Brentwood. For too long, I've seen the wealthy out on bail while the poor languish in jail, awaiting trial, losing their jobs, losing their housing, displacing their families. For too long, I've seen the privileged get programs while the poor get prison. I live in Highland Park, and my foot is well planted in the community as well. I live in Highland Park, as I mentioned. Before that, I lived in East Hollywood and San Pedro and Venice. I served in an internship with a faith community in Compton. I've seen firsthand the destructive effect on crime on our communities, but I've also seen the destructive effect of racial profiling, over-policing, and mass incarceration on our communities. We can and must do better. We need judges who aren't in bed with the police unions and who aren't committed to maintaining the status quo. We need judges with diversity in terms of background and life experience. I will bring that kind of diversity and perspective to the bench. I believe we're at a watershed moment in our culture's approach to criminal justice. For too long, mass incarceration has driven the narrative in our approach to addressing our social problems. I believe our country is beginning to awaken to this problem, as evidenced by the election of progressive prosecutors, including here in Los Angeles. At the same time, there is incredible pushback by those who are invested in maintaining the system the way it is. For too long, those opposed to criminal justice reform have peddled fear based on the recidivism of a few, while the success stories resulting from treatment programs get lost in the noise. We need to invest in the restorative justice that results in true community safety. The choice couldn't be clearer in the race for judicial seats. Candidacies like mine are opposed by deputy district attorneys, often with the backing of powerful police unions, who through their entire careers have been willing participants in a system that has resulted in the disproportionate treatment of the poor and people of color. I, on the other hand, have devoted my life to fighting that injustice and fighting for treatment and rehabilitation. Throughout my career, I've focused on alternatives to incarceration, particularly for those suffering from addiction, homelessness, and mental illness. I am on our office's bail reform committee, carrying out the mandate of the County Board of Supervisors to bring fairness to the bail system. I'm in full agreement with the Democratic Party's platform on civil rights and criminal justice reform. I am also honored to have received the endorsement of the Los Angeles County Democratic Party, the Democratic Party of San Fernando Valley, the East Area Progressive Democrats, and just tonight, the Long Beach Democrats. I hope that I can earn your endorsement so that together we can truly work towards a community characterized by equal protection and equal justice for all. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to stop the recording there. I know that the judges we've had before did not want to take questions because you're very restricted in what you can say. You can't discuss things that might come before the courts, etc. So just to, to have them all be the same we'll stop there. But thank you so much for visiting us, and also that I'll remind the members that unlike the other candidates tonight, you will be on our ballots. So people will have a chance to vote for you directly and not simply lend their endorsement or campaign support if they so wish. So,
Well, thank you for the opportunity to share my vision for justice, and thank you for all the hard work you do in preserving democracy.
great. And you're welcome to stick around for our business meeting. We will be talking about legislation, but I understand if you have other places to be.
Okay, thank you so much.